Hey, what's going on? Just another episode of the Reporter Vlog for before July 29th, July 29th, 2024 on a Monday. Now we do got a double header and a single, I guess, to take care of today for our stories. Uh, got a little dust on them, but they're still useful. But first one, I don't know how to describe the story. Another chapter in Jennifer Lopez's marriage to Brad Ben Affleck. I don't know if it's a fake news or what, but Huffington Post is pretty legit, so we never know. But the link kind of gives it away. BuzzFeed.com. But we're just gonna throw it out there anyway. Uh, so let's get right into it. Jennifer Lopez, Ben Affleck, Chapter Two. Their marriage, pretty much talk about how their marriage issues go beyond fame. There are deeper issues, that's the truth right there. Well, especially when it comes to her history of relationship history. But let's get right into it. There's new reports on the cause of Jennifer Lopez's and Ben Affleck's alleged marital problems. The idea that Ben thinks Jennifer is too famous, that he didn't. Well, first, hold on just a minute. For his credits, it's brought to you by BuzzFeed. Um, the publisher is Chalisa Stewart. It was published on posted on July 20th, 2024. And now you've probably seen all the divorce speculations surrounding Jennifer Lopez and Ben Affleck. It started this spring after Ben missed several notable events with J Lo, including the Met Gala, which he co-chaired in her Atlas movie premiere. Since then, there is only grown after reports that they are taking time apart, followed by the listing of their $68 million marital home. One big rumor as to their alleged marital strife concerns Jennifer's mega level of celebrity. One source previously told people she likes to open her heart to her fans and to the world. Meanwhile, he is more introspective and private, thus making things difficult day by day. Ben said something similar himself in J Lo's 2024 documentary, The Greatest Love Story Never Told. In the film, he reflected on getting back with the singer following their high-profile split in '04. Getting back together, I said, listen. One of the things I don't want is a relationship on social media. He shared, and I sort of realized that it's not a fair thing to ask. It's sort of like you're going to marry a boat captain, and you go, well, I don't like the water. And also said that while they were two people, people with different kinds of approaches, they were trying to learn to compromise. While some sources have continued to insist that fame has been Hold on just a minute. Um, and while some sources have continued to insist that fame has been the problem for them, a new report says that's not exactly true. Did it been thanks to Jennifer's too famous and that he didn't know or that what he was getting into with the attention on their marriage isn't true. Inside recently told people there are deeper issues. Dean Ben have yet to address the report, but source previously told Entertainment Tonight that they were trying to be amicable as possible during this time. They still want the best for everyone involved, including their kids, the rest of their families, and shared friends. BuzzFeed has contacted both Jen and Ben's reps for comment on the latest report. We'll let you know if we hear back. Well, basically, this is pretty much chapter two of a relationship in her history. Jennifer Lopez, uh, pretty much two opposite people. She's she's outgoing in the limelight. He's behind the scenes, quiet, except in movies. But it's unbelievable how people try something again, knowing that it done failed the first time. That's, it don't make no sense. It really don't. But that's Hollywood. How someone would try to go back to the same spot where it failed the next time, knowing and knowing how the other person is, knowing how each side is as far as personality. But they want to give it a try again. Yeah, of course. And when they ask them, did you know what you getting into? At one point during this article right here, yeah, he knew what he was getting into, and he still does. But some reason, he wants to go. He's opening up the door to her coming back as well as she opens is opening up the door. Opened up the door for him to come back. Well, I believe personally, I believe there should never be a chapter two far as a breakup. Far as a breakup. If you broke up with somebody and you know what they are like, you know the each side knows the reason why they broke up. You should not be going back to that same person to try to rewrite history and make a chapter two with that person because it makes no sense. It makes no sense. I think it makes no sense when it comes to her, because like I said, she's a uh, top five as far as looks. but she has what her what's name history, her relationship history is a Hall of Fame nightmare. It really is. And it has always been. Always been. Including the same guy she's with right now, Ben Affleck. But it's but she's like I said one time, she's a perfect example of how looks do not mean a thing. Looks don't mean a thing. But you can take his story how you can how you want to take because basically it might be fake news, pretty much fake Hollywood news because the link is from BuzzFeed. That ain't too much of a high profile legit a website, really. Well, there's one of the doors out there, but let's move on. Enough about that. Let's move on to the second one of this double header. And let's move on to the second of his doubleheader. Right under that story. Right under that story. Yeah. Okay, Doska Manor. Well, this is another story with some dust on it. It was posted 3 days ago. Dusk Manor residents have no electricity after power outage Thursday afternoon. To give the credits on this one, WRB.com. Hold on, let me get into open it up first. Like I said, the credits on this one, WRB.com, author, publisher, Stefan Johnson, on July 26, 2024, updated July 26th of the same year. Power has been restored. Power has been restored at Doska Manor Housing Complex on Friday after it went out Thursday afternoon. News released Friday morning from the Louisville Metro Housing Authority, LMHA, said maintenance crews responded to the building C at the complex after the power went out around 4 p.m. Thursday. About 160 people, including Mark Bramall, calls Building C home. It was hot, Bramall said. I had to open the window and get some air going in there. Marcella Gibson said the lack of airflow woke her up. I was laying there and I woke up and there wasn't no air flowing, Gibson said. And I was just like, what the heck is going on? Gibson said she was told the transformer on the fifth floor had blown after water had dripped down on the maintenance tank and the generator had busted and all the power went out. LMAH officials confirmed that the water leak caused the power failure. Gibson said everyone came together after the power went out, but it was miserable without power. Meanwhile, residents of the complex weren't the only people who suffered through Thursday and most of Friday. Maintenance staff worked through the night, made sure residents were provided with food, water, and medicine if needed. The head of the housing authority shared some of the frustrations about the conditions at Doska Manor. Louisville Housing Director Elizabeth Strohan, who has been in her position for less than a year, said she shares the frustration felt by Doska Manor residents. This property is extremely difficult to manage, Strohan said. It feels like it is always something at Doska Manor. It's not good for the residents. It's not good for the staff. It's not good for the city of Louisville. The amount of responsible for emergency service that we see at Doska Manor is extremely high. As crews work to restore power on Friday, LMHA officials and property management brought in groceries and other supplies to give to residents, and an emergency generator was used to power the elevator so residents could come and go. The Louisville Fire Department will also send its newest recruiting class to assist with the efforts. Although power has been restored, Only one elevator was working in Building C late Friday afternoon. Thursday's power failure happened just weeks after the city approved a plan to relocate residents and tear down the building. Following years of complaints of neglect and filth. Wow. Well, let's start from our, like the last paragraph said, they're finally doing something now instead of doing something then. But like I said, the typical conclusion to when it comes to the city of Louisville, they spend money on what they want to spend money on, and they ignore what they don't what they really don't care about until it gets worse. And this is the perfect example. They spend money on downtown. They make it all pretty when the dirt and with building this high rise. It's whatchamacallit, this restaurant over here, this whatever event over here. But when it comes to the spots that really need help, nobody doesn't have any money. That sums up Louisville to a T. Sums up Louisville to a T. When it comes to the spots that really need help, nobody has no money. But when it comes to the spots that keep downtown, keep the reputation alive, everybody has money. And while it all of a sudden gets filled with a lot of money, it's filled with a lot of money. That's why but these people been doing a lot with this apartment complex over down through the years. I swear it's like a broken down dog pound. It really is. It really is like a broken down kennel that needs to be closed down. That's what Oscar Mountain pretty much is. I pretty much has been. But but I guess to pick a positive out of the story, they finally doing something. Finally, uh, it's a shame they got relocated, but it's so like I said, it's so like relocating dogs. It really is. 160 people had to go without power. 160 people had to pay the price because over something that the city of Louisville has ignored. I bet for over 5 years. Over something that the city of Louisville has ignored. I bet over 5 years. Because it's a city that cares about downtown more than anything. Cares about tearing this old building down to make the door up this whiskey roll or whatever to help out whiskey roll or to make the next thing dedicated to whiskey or this event or that event. I can't think of any of them events around that they sometimes have at the waterfront right offhand, but you know what I'm saying. They pump more money into that than the things that nearly needs money. But this sums up Louisville, like I said, to a T. But that's all I got for this one, because it's pretty much an old story, and I guess you can say it's a follow up old story. Hopefully they finally, hopefully they finally tear that building down because it is just like Old Yeller needs to be put out of his misery. But that's gonna do it for this one. It's another episode uh, of the reporter vlog. The on a on July 29th, 2024 on a Monday. Y'all have a good one. One more to go. I'm gone.